It's just that I literally can't reach it at all. No door.
IFF links. Huh.
Nah, he's just scared of the dog. All gone. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. You lost the ball again?
Wow. That's right there, you got it.
Okay.
You guys gotta put bumpers here. I don't miss that stuff at all. I'm glad the couches I have over there in Florida is
to the ground?
To the ground.
It's the best thing ever. That's why I love the base of that bed.
Yeah.
Besides the sturdiness, is that I can literally just sweep around and I'm covered.
Yeah. The dirt does get up under there though.
A lot.
I don't, it really does. So. Really? Where is it? Right there. Got it. So. Oh, you poppy.
You gotta go to work now?
No, I'm working as we're talking. I'm just looking for something. So, your cousin's not doing well mentally. He's been bugging lately. Been bugging lately a lot. And I don't know what to do with it. He doesn't want to get help. He's driving me nuts. Driving me absolutely nuts. And he wants me to fight with him like we used to hear when we were young. And I'm not gonna do it. I'm not that person anymore. He can fight with himself.
Yeah, I pretty much just stay out of damn near everything. I feel like I'm going through the process of pretty much what Christian was doing, just by himself.
Well, that's, your family gets mad, but I had to, there's a reason why I went like this eventually, because it was a lot.
It's kind of how I am now.
Yeah, it was a lot dealing with them.
I just got yelled at yesterday because pretty much it was my grandmother's birthday. I didn't know. So my little nephew, Jeremiah, he
I forgot your grandmother and me have a close birthday.
Yeah.
We got my birthday's Friday. Her birthday was yesterday?
Yesterday.
Okay, yeah.
So I had plans.
Wait, pause. Because I got in trouble. Because we had plans. I got in trouble one day. Okay. And Dee texted Bebe on some bullshit because I guess the last minute, how your family does always last minute parties, right? Last minute, a couple of days before my birthday, where we had plans to do something, they decided to do a party for your grandmother. And I believe your mom texted Chris or Bebe or both because she was trying to go. Remember, she was trying to go on a flight with Chris.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, she was trying to go on. Yeah, she was trying to go on a flight with Chris, and that conversation went south. Because at the same time, like the I guess a birthday for your grandmother, they planned exactly on my birthday, which was I think a Saturday that time, and we had plans, and Chris, I love that boy. Your cousin, okay? I guess your mom asked him, right? About the flight school, and then they had conversations about that. And I guess I don't know why she brought up the birthday to him.
Mm-hmm.
Asking Chris for my Bebe's phone number, which I thought she had, but I guess she didn't at the time, right? So that she could invite him to the birthday. So now Chris comes to me, and I happen to be on the phone with Bebe, right? Saying something about the birthday this weekend. So I'm like, Papi, we have plans. And I'm on the phone with Bebe. And Bebe was like, son about Dili. Okay. He's like, son about he don't like Dili. So no, I go to Chris. I'm like, Papi, well, we have plans. And so Bebe's on speaker and says something about Dili in front of Chris, right? So we're on the phone. Chris is talking about the text messages to us, okay? And I'm basically like, Bobby, well, I don't think we can make it. First of all, it's only, they give us a couple days notice. And we have plans. So that was my comment. Followed up by Bebe's comment about, I don't want to see Thiele. I want to do with Thiele, right? So freaking Chris goes back to your mom and tells
her everything. Christian down today. Hey, listen, we want to go, but we got plans. You guys told us kind of late. We don't want to see Liz.
Josh,
so,
like, my father don't really like Liz. All this stuff.
That's one thing Christian's not good at.
He's not good at
reading the room.
So now he comes back. I think your mother says something to him. Next thing you know, that night, Thiele's texting Bebe, talking about, it's all me. I didn't say nothing. I got plans. It's my birthday. I got plans. Okay? You're going to give me 3 days notice. Like, we don't always have nothing to do. I'm not saying we always party because that's not just our style, But it's my birthday. You're having a party on my birthday. We have plans. And you're mad at me because you waited 3 days before to let us know. And then my stupid son, love him to death. But instead of just saying, hey, we can't make it, we have plans, right? He says, my father doesn't like Thiele, so we're not going. Okay?
That's so Chris. We would go, but my family don't like you.
Yeah. I didn't say that. His father did, His father said that. So now he comes back because it started something, right? And then he shows me, and I'm like, really, Chris? Like, that's what you chose to say of all the things?
Well, that's what you guys said, Chris.
And I'm like, Papi, less is more. Like, you just started. And so now Thiele texts his baby, talking about that I'm a bitch. I didn't even say nothing.
How the fuck I get involved?
That I'm the problem, That one day you're gonna learn that I'm the problem, and not them. And I'm like, how did I get in there? I have plans for my birthday. It's my birthday. So I had to ignore that text and laugh at the text because at the end of the day, she don't want to see us. She's secluding from us. Dude, this is exactly why. I'm not even the one that said anything wrong. Bebe said it. My son repeated it. And, oh, you're not going to your aunt's thing? Yeah, we have plans. And, what do you want me to do? Cancel my birthday plans to go to... Yeah. And when you gave me 3 days notice, I may have went. I may have not. Bebe could have went. I've never stopped Bebe. Lately I have. But in the past...
So lately I have?
Lately I have because he comes back, like, different. He really does. He comes back different.
With them?
When he's with them and he comes home, he comes back different.
In like what way?
Like, just like another person. Like, just... Okay, so let's put it like this. I mean, have you experienced your family just pot-shotting every little thing?
Every day.
Okay. Exactly.
It's going down
right.
every day.
So, my husband never, although he did it, it was...
I say every day, but a good majority.
So, like, my issue is when I used to be with them, they all took turns. And it's like...
It's exhausting.
Exhausting dealing with the pot shots, and they all took turns pot shotting. And so, at some point you get tired of it. Like when we were young, I thought, okay, they'll grow up,
But it's the same. They do it.
But it got worse.
And actually, it was like that yesterday, where they were just like, I got there, because pretty much the situation that happened yesterday. Jeremiah was sick, so my mom had to get him, but we had someone coming over to look at the house or whatever. For something, the movers or some shit. I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah.
But I was like, yeah, go ahead, go get him. I'll be here when the guy comes through. I'll walk him around, whatever.
Right.
So pretty much, she tells me that your grandmother's birthday today. It's gonna, it starts at 6, and then just as we're about to leave, she forgets that someone's coming to pick up a new stove. Mm-hmm. And they're not getting here till 6:40.
Right.
So I didn't tell my mom I had plans at 6:30 with this girl I just recently started talking with.
Yeah.
And I told my girl like, yo, listen, situation came up. I know we have plans at 6:30. I'll be about an hour or two. A family situation occurred. My nephew got sick. Some things are going on. So I told her she was cool with it, no problem, blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm waiting there. It's 6:45, 6:46. The guy's still not there. Someone else comes. This and that, and I'm like, yo, like, is this guy coming or what? Like,
Right.
by the time I'll get all that's done and I finally get over to my grandmother's, it's like 7:20, 7:30.
Right.
And my girl's like, yo, listen, like, you know, I understand you got a family situation on, but it's already been more than 2 hours. What's going on? Like, I want to see you. I want to spend time with you.
Yeah.
I told her, like, yeah, I'm so sorry, this and that. Like, I didn't really expect this to take this long. You know, and, like, they're not singing happy birthday to my grandmother yet. They're all just playing dominoes and fucking around. And I'm like, yo, like, I got plans. I got an appointment and shit like this.
I mean, the dominoes was never really my thing.
Yeah, I'm not a fucking big fan.
I just was sitting there watching them, you know. I mean, unless you're playing, and I didn't really like to play either, because, I mean, I did it, but, you know, it's like your mom used to be like, come over and play dominoes. I don't like dominoes.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of dominoes.
I'm just gonna sit and watch Goldie and everybody always argue over dominoes. I'm like, and I'm gonna always sit on the couch.
That's why I don't play dominoes. I'm like,
You
yo,
know?
bro, I'm playing it just because I'm
wasn't
playing it.
my
You guys
thing.
playing it like if y'all gonna, like, your life depends on it. I don't got time for that shit.
Yeah.
That's dumb. But
So yeah.
but
So they, and you know what? The whole family does that. Louis did that with his wedding, even with us. Like, literally, Avian got invited the night before. Okay. Then I found out later I was also invited, but then I wasn't told. Okay, so I didn't go. This is real. Okay.
When was this?
This was his wedding. I didn't go thinking I wasn't invited.
To whose wedding?
Louis. You know?
Oh, little Louis?
My favorite nephew.
Oh, I wasn't invited either.
But it turns out I was invited. But I was invited the night before, so everybody got a messenger message, except me. But Bebe got the message, but never gave me the message.
I never even got the message. Oh. Apparently, I was invited. I was like, that's funny. Oh, you have my number.
Yeah.
I said, little Lou, you have my brother's number.
Yeah.
I was like, you guys were in the service together. You could have definitely got my number.
Yeah.
And then that was an issue I had with little Louis. Like, I tell him, it's like, yo, that's crazy. I find out that you're in Jersey the day you already left.
Yeah.
Like, how that's crazy. Or I come see you, you talk about, yeah, let's hang out, and then I never see you.
But everything's last minute, right? So
Yeah,
how
I
do
hate
you
that
listen? Not for nothing. I was helping Julia, in part with some of the plans, you know, in part. If she would call me and ask for advice here and there, or she would tell me where she was at, you know. And so I known about it the whole time. First, they're like, we're gonna keep it small. We're only inviting immediate. Okay. Would you say I'm immediate? Okay. Considering me and Bubba raised him, we took care of him, right? So for months, I'm hearing it's small. It's only gonna be like 10 people, and I'm not hearing we're included. Not once, and I'm trying to not push that we should be included, and I'm actually not pushing that we should be included, you know, and then come last minute. The day before you invite my son? The day before you give us an invitation? The people who... it was really foul, all right? So then, everybody's there. Almost everybody. Everybody. It's not small, 10 people, okay? It winds up being 30, 40. I mean, it was only a house wedding kind of thing, you know? Mm-hmm. But everybody's there.
But y'all should have been the first group, in my honest opinion.
You don't think?
I mean, well, the first group
outside of their immediate parents, you know?
Yeah.
Okay, so now Avian doesn't have a haircut. Avian doesn't have clothes. Okay, literally the night before. He winds up, we had to rush and figure something out. Okay, his hair looked like shit. Of course, you don't want to miss it. Claudio had to take him. Claudio, who was never even there for him. I mean, do you remember Claudio around this either? Okay, and Luis has been quick to say that, but he was invited before us, which was foul, you know. And so I didn't find out till later that there was a message, and I mean later, like a couple years later, that there was a message sent to us as well, to Bebe, which I never got. Okay? And so here I am. I was a little hurt, I have to admit.
I would have been hurt too. I mean, I was fucking hurt. I wasn't even invited.
I was a little hurt at the point where I didn't think we were invited. Right? And so then on top of that, they came over and they were, when I say they, and they were expecting money. And then Louis, my brother-in-law, a couple of days later was like, oh, you didn't go on purpose. I didn't go on purpose. What are you talking about? I wasn't invited. You know? I wasn't invited. Okay? So they came over and I think they expecting money, but they also were saying that they were going to have a bigger wedding. So in my mind, well, I wasn't invited to this one. And so when you have the bigger wedding, that's when I'll give you money. Right? Your wedding money. They would have got whatever they wanted from me. You know, I love all you guys. I still love the rest of them. I still love your mom. I still love
the rest of them.
I do.
From a distance.
From a distance. I have to.
Different states.
For my sanity, I have to.
No, I get that. That's why
I still love them, but for my sanity, I can't.
Yeah, I get chewed out a lot because they're like, oh, like I don't see them enough or this or that,
and they got so much mouth for me.
I get
so much mouth. I'm so sure you heard. Tell me you haven't heard Dewey talk shit about me. Tell me you.
Actually, no.
No, I am surprised. Tell me you haven't heard Claudio talk shit about me.
I don't hang out with Claudio.
Okay. Never at a party talk shit about me.
Usually he'd be at the house, like when I was living with Marty, yeah, because he lived there too, so I see him once in a blue moon, but no. You
never heard Big Blue talk shit about me? None of them?
No, Big Blue is too fucking drunk and screaming at children while driving a fucking bus.
He's
The man is decimated mentally. He's
always been falling apart, and I like me and Beba have fights over him. Because there was something that came out a couple years ago, and I after that, like I don't want him around. I can't. Okay, I can't. He came here the last time he was here. This was after he like stopped coming for about a year. This was after once he stopped coming the year before. I can't tell you what I went through with both the mom, the father. Claudio, Bebe, and Lou. That year before was like insane. They were just popping up in my house without asking. Okay, they were stunting our progress. They wanted to do barbecues every weekend, and feed them when we had the bathroom. Remember the last time you came with, I think with your mom, we were working on the bathroom. Do you know that bathroom took months? Because every time we started on the bathroom, his mom and somebody would pop, just show the fuck up in the house and walk right in. Okay? Do you know that me and Bebe had the house alone one day? Okay? And so you know what happens when two people in love are alone for once, okay? So we're doing our thing upstairs. Do you know this woman walked in my house and walked upstairs while we were... You know, I remember I have a door there, right? She didn't call.
She just rolled up and
rolled up. She walked into the house. And we weren't being quiet, Josh. So you can't tell me she didn't hear it from like the kitchen. Okay?
That's weird. It's actually considered.
The part that we weren't being loud or that we were being loud or that's
I think something's going on upstairs. Can't tell what it is. Let me go check it.
Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you know I fought with Bebe? Oh, it's okay. It's not the first time she saw me have sex. What?
This was not the point. It's the principle.
She walked into my house uninvited. Okay? And I know she heard from the kitchen. There's no way she didn't.
Yeah, because I can hear them upstairs.
Tell me you can't hear them.
I can hear them in my room.
Right.
Whether it's the TV or if it's like they're on their phones.
Right.
Loki. I always hear Loki.
Yeah. So, and even though she heard, she purposely walked all the way up. And then they're mad. Why don't go around? And this was after a series of events that I can't tell you how bad. I can't tell you how many things happened that year. But anyway, Louis, who I hadn't seen in a year, okay? I didn't know his new girlfriend, the other wacko chick, right? Me and Bebe get back together the last time. I forget her name. I don't even know her. I forget her name.
The one that he was just with not so long ago?
They're still together.
The skinny one, Chris?
Christine or Chris?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Christina, yeah.
Christina?
Chris. We'll call Chris.
Yeah.
Let it roll under there. Yeah, grab that.
I never met her.
Let it roll under there. This guy.
I'm not getting it. I never met her. It's summer. He rolls up. I haven't seen him in a year and a half, maybe. Year and a half. He rolls up with her. Pissed, drunk, and high.
I thought you meant the other one that he accused me of.
What do you mean?
You didn't hear about that?
No, what? He thought you were messing with one of his girls?
Yeah, no, here's the crazy part.
Uh-huh.
He invites me to go see Paige's fucking...
Paige.
Yeah, to go see Paige's cheerleading thing in Florida while I'm living in Florida, right? He invites me.
Right.
Right? Because they had a competition out in Florida. So I said, yeah, sure, no problem. I miss you. I haven't seen you, whatever, blah, blah, blah.
Paige? You miss who? Paige or?
Lou.
Oh, Lou.
I haven't seen Lou. I'm living in Florida. He's in Jersey. You know, he's with, what's her name?
I remember her name. Paige's mom, you mean?
Yeah.
What was her name?
He just started with like Jean.
Jean.
There you go.
Yeah.
So
Jean.
he's with Jean, and he invites me out of the blue. My mom's like, hey, listen, blah blah blah. You're not gonna believe who's coming up here to Florida. Blah, blah, blah. It's Lou. And I said, oh shit, what's up? So I'm talking to Lou. He's like, yeah, well, I want to invite you, huh?
When did Lou go to Florida?
Because Paige had a competition, cheerleading competition.
Oh, so they drove out there. I think I remember that a little bit.
So they were out there. So I'm like, yeah, sure, no problem. I'm cussing you. So obviously when I see him, the first thing is racist. My first time meeting her. Yeah. So we're talking, whatever. And you know me, bro. I always try to be nice and sweet and helping the thing on there.
Yeah.
So so he invites me. So he got we go into the room, and obviously, you know, Lou's fucked up and he's treating her like shit, and I'm like, okay, that's kind of weird. Like, all right, so
treating who? Which one? Jean?
Yeah, he's like shit because he's fucked up.
I can't even tell you all the stuff that the drama he's brought to my house.
So here's the crazy part. He got so drunk he wandered. We have no idea where he is.
Okay.
So go ahead, get it, puppy. Oh, he's scared of the stick.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how to get it out now.
So, whatever. So I'm with Jean, and I say, yeah, no problem. We'll go find Paige is with her friends. So we were gonna go look for Lou. So the first place we go to is the bar, you know. So we go down to the bar. We can't find him. This and that.
Right.
So he comes up and he starts flipping a script, and I'm like, yo, Lou, what's the problem? And he goes, oh, I know you fucking my girl. I was like, nigga, what? I was like, Lou, I've known you my whole life.
Jean?
Yeah, he thought I was hitting Jean. So I was like, bro, I've known you my whole life. I got invited to this because of you. Where the hell did this come from? So ever since then, no. Here's the crazier part. Ever since then, he's been completely left with me. Completely. Right. To the point where I went to go get the car from Mariah, because I remember we were sharing the car. So I go and I grab the car from Mariah, and he comes up and he's like, yo, he goes, were you just driving this before? And I said, no, I actually just got this from Mariah. So he goes and calls Mariah and asks if I had this car before. So I was like, why? What's up? And I'm like, and then come to find out, he thought I went to go see Jean. I said, bro, I haven't seen y'all since that competition. The matter of fact, the only time I did see you after that is when you guys spazzed on you, when you guys were arguing because you were fucking wasted.
Listen, the cops came to my house in the middle of the night twice for his ass, okay? I've had the sheriffs come here and just walk the hell in, literally, for him one time, okay? But this one time in the middle of the night, there was like 3 times, I think, if I remember right. But this one time in the middle of the night, police banging on my door, okay? And he fucked Jean up, okay? I didn't find it out till later, okay? But they were looking for him, and this was the last time. He only lasted here a year. And let me tell you something, I was good to that man. He wasn't paying $1 okay?
Mhm.
And he was eating up all the food. He was causing drama. Like he's always done. I took him in a couple of times in my house, and every time he comes, it's to cause drama, drama and division and bullshit. Okay, like they all do this, you know. So this that. So he's no longer here. We wound up kicking him out because he don't want to get a job.
Yeah.
All we're doing, I'm literally helping him drink because my husband wants to drink with him to make him happy, and so he don't got a job and money. So my husband's buying the liquor, so I'm helping him drink and do shit in my house. You understand?
Yeah.
And at first, the first couple months, he was helping. Then all of a sudden, all he wanted to do was fish. And literally, he was breaking stuff on purpose. He was bringing bitches downstairs, breaking my stuff, fucking them in the basement. Okay? You don't understand the drama that was going on in here, right? And then they all got mad at me when I finally was like, okay, no, you gotta go.
Yeah.
Okay? And, and then after he went, I was still getting drama. Because the police were showing up in my fucking house for this man. Okay? I had my neighbors like, what the freaking sheriffs rolled up.
Yeah.
And just walked into my house. You know? Thank God I didn't have drugs. Not that I do drugs or had drugs in here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But God forbid. I could have gotten, you know, that's not happening here. But shit.
But it could. I mean.
It could have, you know? And so with that said, then the middle of the night, banging, boop, 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 police. Like 3 o'clock in the morning, boop, boop. And I don't have a doorbell, right? I tried to put one at one point, but it didn't work. And,
just don't buy a ring.
I don't like the ring, yeah. I'm gonna put my cameras back up though. But anyway.
Yeah, Ring has a third-party contract.
Yeah, I know. Everybody could see. I ain't messing with it.
Yeah.
I ain't messing with it. So finally, I hear it because you could barely hear it from upstairs. And I get up, and I think I was the first to answer the door, but Bubba's right behind me because obviously it's not the same. It's not the right kind of knock where it's like this is somebody I know, right? Yeah. And we open the door, and they're like ready to rush in. You could see the urgency in their like faces, you know. And they're looking for him. And I'm like, he doesn't live here anymore. I'm like, I don't know why this is. It had been like 2 years already. And they're still coming to my freaking house, you know? Yeah. And you could see the urgency in the place. And it was like, we don't live there. So then they asked Baba, where it could possibly be. So he gives his mom's address, right? And, so then after that, I mean, I'm looking at the urgency, and I look at the cop, and I'm like, child support? Is this for child support? Like 3 o'clock in the morning? And they just look at me like, no. But at the same time, you know how when a cop wants to like run into a house to capture someone, you can see that that's what they want to like step in. They want to search the house for him, whatever it was, and you could see like no, that whatever it was bad. And I'm trying to figure out what the hell it was. And so I called him and I cursed him out the next day. Get my address off your shit. You're gonna keep acting like this, So then Claudio calls Tony because I'm trying to figure out what happened because I knew it was bad. And I think I tell Tony, and Claudio tells Tony. I can't remember exactly what, but this is what drives me crazy. Okay, with your family, because Claudio tells Tony something. Tony calls and tells me. Then I call Bebe to tell him, right? And so then Bebe was like, nah, that's not what that's what I think it's what happened, right? And then I tell Bebe, and Bebe calls Claudio and calls me back and says, my brother said that wasn't, he's never said that to Tony. Right? And like, this is what happened. So now I go back to Tony and I'm like, Tony, are you sure that's what Claudio said? Because Bebe said, right? So now she screenshots a text to me that he texted her.
Exactly what she said.
And exactly what she said. And I forwarded that to Bebe and I was like, your family's fucking crazy. This is why I'm done. Because you got me in a crazy, I don't know what's wrong with them. But
circus loop.
a circus loop of lies, and this is why I snap when I see with the truth, not snap, but I will cut it down when I see it heading towards a lie. Like, we're not gonna go there because I can tell lies before it happens or as it's happening.
Mm-hmm.
And it's driving me crazy that I'm in this loop of compulsive liars. And this is a true story.
Mm-hmm.
Text.
Well, I heard that story that he beat her like really fucking bad.
He beat her really bad.
Like.
And they came to my house looking for him.
Yeah, we were to the fucking hospital.
Yeah.
Shit.
He beat her really bad. And their father used to beat, their mother really bad. And Claudio used to do things to Tony.
I remember those.
While she was pregnant, one time. They were fighting. He almost threw her down the stairs.
I remember that. Heard about that.
And I had to tell her. I think we were both pregnant at the time, and they were fighting in the other room. And and so when I saw that, I had told her, call the police. And I'm not, listen, I don't like calling the police. I'm not that. I grew up, you don't call the police.
Like that, you call the police.
But she was pregnant, like really pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what he was gonna do. For me, I think I have a protection. Bebe raised his hand at me like once when we were young, and it scared me when we were first dating. And because he raised his hand, I didn't let him go any far. And I think I struck first because I saw it coming.
Yeah.
And he got a right hook before he.
That's how you gotta do it, though.
He got a right hook,
Yeah.
And then he went back. And then he stepped forward, and there was the iron was right there on the floor, and I picked up the iron. You ain't touching me,
Bam!
And I hit his leg, and he
Right.
walked away. Yeah, because at that point, I don't know if you know, but Bubba, for a short time, they tried to get him into sniffing as well, like Lou does.
Like what?
Sniffing coke.
Oh, cocaine.
Yeah. And he just started, and I caught it. I caught that he was, and I told him I'm not gonna stay with a person that's doing that.
You know how, well, obviously you know how bad Lou is.
Yeah.
But when I worked at the daycare, this was the real reason why I stopped fucking with like Liz a lot more and like just the rest of my family, but specifically more Lou.
Yeah.
Is that I'm doing the cleaning the bathroom.
Yeah.
Get everything situated, and like the ceiling tile, right on top, was a little shifted. Okay. And as I'm cleaning, I look up and I get this weird fucking shining bright light, and I'm like, yo, what the fuck? So I'm thinking it's like, yo,
from the ceiling.
Yeah, so it's like the ceiling tiles. Like say there's 9. Okay. Well, the one on the far wall and the middle one, actually, it was probably say like the second one before the wall. It was like shifted up and turned. Okay. And I saw something shining through. So I was like, what the fuck is that? So I go. At first I thought it was one of these weird fucking kids like doing some creepy
spying?
shit. Yeah, some creepy shit. So I get the ladder and I go up there and I move it up. And you know what it is? It's a fucking half a pint of E&J, empty.
He's drinking at the time.
No. He's drinking. He's drinking while he's driving.
I know.
The bus full of kids that are not his.
And I feel like everybody knows, but nobody's doing shit about it.
I told Tanya. I said, Tanya, I didn't even move it. I didn't even move it. The only thing I didn't even move it up from there. I just shifted it over so she could see. So I opened it. I said, Tanya, come here. I was like, you need to see this. And I said, this right here is going to cost you everything. Yeah. Everything. Yeah. Because you're not going to sit here and explain why a child died because of your drunk driving partner. Yeah. And I said, I love Lou. I love Lou to death. He's family, but that's crazy. Yeah, yeah. I said, that's crazy. We can all get liable. I don't want to be in a liable situation. Right. So I tell Tanya. You know what Tanya does? She goes, let me see it. I'll take care of it. And I said, all right, cool, no problem. Lou passes by. So they're talking, shooting the shit. Yeah. And I'm looking at her. And she's looking at me, And then she's looking at him like, yeah, da 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 da. And then they go on their merry way. He goes, all right, cool. So she goes, all right, so you're going to pick up these people, this. And I looked at her. I was like, yo, I need to get the fuck out of here. I'm out of here. I was like, bro, that's crazy. I would never trust my son or any of my kids, my stepkids. Hell no. This girl I was dating, we, around the time.
Does Diana still work there?
Yeah.
She does.
Hell yeah. Gray hair and all. Gray hair and all.
I didn't think she was still working there.
Are you kidding me?
Because
she's there for life.
They came here.
Oh, mother.
Really?
I thought he was going to go for it. And then he looked at it, he looked up.
Go
and
get
I'm
the
like,
stick.
bro.
I'll get it. Go get the stick. Where's the stick?
Yeah, she still worked there.
I didn't think she still worked there because she came over here talking shit. She brought her here. I don't know why, randomly one day, right? And I got the feeling that they were maybe messing around a bit.
Who, Tanya and them? They were.
They were, right? So she brought him. He brought her here, and I mean, she was popping shit about Dealey. She was popping shit about everything, you know. And then I got the feeling they were trying to get me to pop shit. I'm like, listen, I don't care. I don't care. I don't want to be around nobody. I don't want to be around none of them. It's no secret anymore, right? As you see, Josh, cut them off. Cut them off. Have I turned back, Josh?
Nope.
Why? Because I know nothing's ever gonna change, you know.
Yeah.
And because I have my own stuff to accomplish. I have my own things to do. I don't need the drama. Never turn back.
Sorry.
You know? Do I miss it sometimes? There was a time. I will tell you right now, I don't miss it.
Miss some of the good moments.
I really don't miss it, you know?
Unfortunately, like, as much as I love my family after death, done with that shit. Bro, I went to my grandmother's thing. I haven't seen them for a while, whatever. I tell them that I was like, yo, I have an appointment. And I was like, oh, with my girl. So they're like, oh, you got pictures? I was like, no, I don't have pictures on my phone. Because it's just like, it's like brand new. And what's crazy, I was literally dating a girl like a week or two after that. A different girl.
Mm-hmm.
So I told them, I was like, yeah, I have an appointment, blah, blah. And I was like, with my girl. And this, and they're like, oh, you have appointments with your girl? Like, making a joke out of it.
Right.
And I'm like, damn, bro, I'm not even here an hour, and y'all already started with the jokes. So I'm like, over here. So Librado likes to call my name, you know, with the H, like, Josh. Mm-hmm. So they're all having a blast, laughing, and I'm like, ha ha ha. And it's like, oh, yeah, you see, we're having a good time. And I'm looking like, who the fuck's having a good time? You're all sitting here talking shit about me. This is why I don't come.
Yeah.
I'm tired of this. I was like, every day, yeah, I'm the fucking butt of the joke, and then it's never stopping. And I'm like, I fucking hate you guys.
They take turns. They take turns, you know. Pot shotting. And then they get mad when you don't come around. And then they blame you. And then
we're always joking. We're just joking.
We're just joking.
Yeah, that's the problem. You never shut the fuck up.
Yeah, and then you don't stop. And it's a joke. It's like, quote unquote joke.
Oh, you're sensitive. Oh, you're this.
Yeah.
And I'm like, can you imagine if I came over and I just started beating you in the fucking face every single fucking day? You're going to get tired of getting beat?
Yes.
Yeah, so why wouldn't you think I get tired? Oh, but that's different. That's physical. This is verbal. I was like, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't
Abuse
matter.
is abuse. It don't matter the form of it.
Absolutely.
I was like, yo, just shut the fuck up and let me have one joke.
Absolutely.
You know, wait a fucking few hours and then say another joke. I don't fucking mind that.
Yeah.
Joking's not the problem. It's the consistency of the jokes that causes me to feel a type of way. It's like, oh, well, that's your feelings. I was like, okay, so don't fucking bitch and complain that you don't see me enough.
Right.
Because I don't want to be around it. As simple as that.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly my feeling.
Like, yo, like, I was like, they haven't seen me, bro. Since I moved in, they haven't seen me.
Right.
At all, for years. No birthdays, and nothing. They haven't seen me.
Yeah.
And the first time I go see them, I'm like, oh, Josh, blah, blah, blah. The first time I saw them, it was at Justin's house, a party event. Everybody was crazy, you know, they let me see me. They were like, holy shit, Josh, you came different. The second time they actually genuinely see me, all of a sudden it's back to the jokes.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
yeah.
I was like, what happened last week? It was love and support, and now it's up, back to the same old, same old.
Right.
I'm done with that, bro. I've spent 30 years listening to this dumb shit. Like, shut the fuck up. Because then I'm already at a point where when I keep hearing people talk shit, I'm going to bash their fucking faces in because I'm sick and tired of it.
Yeah, let me tell you something.
Then I'm the dick. I'm a violent piece of shit bastard.
There was one time, like 5 years ago, my mother-in-law came here, okay?
Yeah.
They were messing with me for a year, walking into my house without calling, doing barbecues in my house without asking permission. I got a bathroom to do. Bebe's bullshitting. He's arguing with me, doing, stupid stuff. And then meanwhile, when we would finally get to doing the bathroom, they would show up and it would literally stop because we had to now stop. Show up without announcement, first of all.
So everybody, chill with everybody, and we got waste money.
And I waste more money, okay? And then my bathroom's not getting done. And then you wonder why my shit isn't. So you see how I mean, Josh, you've seen me not sleeping to finish my house. I'm not a lazy girl. At all. Okay? But when I don't have the help, and I got a man that's retarded sometimes, a lot of times, and fighting me on any progress. You know?
Yeah.
I'm never going to get stuff done. I'm doing it by myself, like literally by myself. He gives me a little bit, helps me a little bit, and then walks away, and then fights with me, and then stops me from, and then let his family come over, and stop the progress on top of that. No, we're gonna stop and do a barbecue for my family instead of finishing the bathroom. After I fought with him for 2 weeks, to finally get him to say yes to do the bathroom and finish the bathroom with me, his family will walk in, uninvited, with a friend that I don't even know. My house is a wreck because I'm trying to do my bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And they would come uninvited with a stranger, her friend, and walk right the fuck in my house. And he would say nothing. Nothing, Josh. Okay? She came one day. We had a huge fight. Huge. Where I was like, she's not allowed here no more. Because she came in and I can't even remember, because at the end I was so infuriated. I can't even remember what she said. But she walks in and she doesn't even say hi to me. She'll start.
This is Chris?
This is my mother-in-law.
That's your mother-in-law.
She walks in, she doesn't say hi. She doesn't say hi. She'll say, "Oak, you're fat. Oak, your house is a wreck. Oak, why are you spending so much money?" Like,
one after the other.
What? Just at this one day, it was so bad. And I forget the last thing she said. And here's my husband.
Not a peep. And then the moment you want to kick her the fuck out, all of a sudden...
he got all this mouth. All this mouth. Okay, we fought. You don't understand. Like, we fought.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, our last breakup was because of that. That's what led to it. Okay?
Really?
Yes.
I didn't know that. I always wanted to know. I was like, yo, what the fuck happened?
It was because of that. That whole year, that family was coming here and fucking with me. He was stopping progress everywhere else. And they were just walking in, uninvited. I'm having sex with my man. Walks right in. Like, that whole year, it was like, okay. So finally, when that last time, she had so much mouth. And he was actually defending her, Josh.
That's wild.
And so I had to put my foot down and said, she's not invited no more. And he's like, she's my mother. I don't give a shit.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not going to say nothing, and you're not going to defend me, I defend you. You just don't see it. What? Why wouldn't you defend me in front of me? Why? At the moment.
You just don't see it.
You don't see it. It's not a defense. It's not.
Wait, so you won't say nothing in the moment?
In the moment.
But when everything's said and done, then you want to address it?
The fact is, he's not saying anything at all. It's a lie. Okay? So I had to put my foot down. One day, Chris had to defend me in the argument. Because I just said, no, that is it. Enough. And we were fighting for a whole week, fighting. Until one day, Chris came and like, shut your father down. Your cousin down. Like, shut his father down. And Chris doesn't get involved. Chris always runs into the room. But this one day, he shut his father down. And, but we still wound up fighting about other things for another week or two. And it led to him going. Yes, that's the reason why. It's not because of me. I don't mind your family over if they weren't such jerks. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Like, if I wasn't going through that. I love barbecues. Josh, do I love barbecues?
Yeah, you say them all the time. Stop.
Okay.
Hey, get it out.
Do I love the family over? Did I love the family over you growing up?
Of course.
Did I not
every summer?
Did I not take care of you guys? Was I not good to all of you?
Yeah, better.
You know? So yeah, that was the last breakup. But they'll make it seem like it was me, right?
Oh my god.
And it's just he's it's like he's married to his
mother.
Yeah, it's like he's married to his mother instead of me. And then wonders why I fight with him. And I don't hate her. She hates me. She hates me for no reason. For no reason, Josh. I've never done anything. Have I spoken? Was I patient for a long time? I'm gonna tell you what I did do. Okay? I'm gonna tell you what I did do. Okay? She pot shots. I'm gonna tell you while you were young type of story, because you're not gonna remember these type of things, right? When you used to jump off the dresser and like hit your head on purpose.
Yeah, we used to take the big wheel down to the top of the bunk.
Like when you were crazy.
I remember going to the counter in the fridge and jumping off to see if
you jumped off the fridge. You remember that?
Yeah, to try to see.
Oh my God, Josh, you were destructive.
Yeah. I was a kid taking forks and knives and putting them into the fucking outlets. I remember those. I remember the
Okay, so during those days, right? I'm living with them. This is before I had avian. And the same thing, she would pot shot, not too bad, but pot shot. I would let it go. And I try not to disrespect my mother-in-law. Okay, at the time she's not technically my mother-in-law, but she was, right? I'm trying not to. This is for a few years. Okay? Now I'm pregnant. Mind you, I could sleep on my stomach. So I'm almost 8 months. That's how much of a, first of all, I was exercising before the doctor told me I could exercise during, because I was doing like, you know, I was doing severe workouts. So the doctor said I could, and I continued, right? And on top of that, I had a small belly. It was a super cute belly. And
that was for Avian or Christian?
Avian, right. Avian. So, and, you know, I had no belly. I could sleep in my stomach to 7.5 months. Finally, at 8.5 months, I start to show, you know, like really show past my clothes. And I'm walking downstairs. From upstairs, I wake up, I take a shower, you know, and I come downstairs, and she's with her boyfriend at the time. And she goes, "Ahí viene la vaca." You know what that means? Here comes the cow. Okay? In front of her boyfriend.
Who's there? Get him.
Right? So, would you find that disrespectful? I'm pregnant with your grandson. Okay. Her boyfriend's, they're on the couch sitting, and I'm coming down, and I'm about to eat and go to school. I was in school at the time. Yeah. And she says to her boyfriend, "Oh, here comes the cow walking down the stairs."
I would have been like, "Yo, she has your grandson."
So nobody's there but me and her boyfriend, right? So this is the first time I respond. Okay. I forget how I exactly said it, but basically I said, "If I'm the cow, then what are you? Because you have a bigger belly than me and I'm pregnant." I told her just like that. It's the first time I ever talked back to her.
And then you got chewed out for fucking disrespecting her.
She didn't chew me out. She was shocked. Okay? She didn't chew me out. She said something. I'm trying to remember because it was a long time ago, you know? I think she said something, and then it got into something about her. Or maybe another time it was about the teeth. We had a conversation about her teeth because she tried to pot shot me on something. And then I wound up pot shotting her back about her teeth. Then I had Avian. And he was like 2 months old and she's giving him donuts. Okay?
What?
And I would tell her, "Don't do that." And she would look at me like I have nothing, like I'm nobody. I can't tell her not to do that. And look at me like I'm nobody, and then proceed to feed him donuts at 2 months old. Okay?
Oh yeah, she's weird like that.
Then Claudio will walk in. "Why is my nephew on the floor like that?" Right? And she'd be like, "Oh my God, Claudio said I don't want him on the floor. You know, let me move it."
She's like that with Claudio a lot.
You know?
His brother's like that with Eddie.
I don't have a say, right? But Claudia has a say, okay? I can't even tell you what I went through. I go to Bebe, my mother wouldn't do that, right? it was another issue, my mother wouldn't do that. So then one day they're having a little domino barbecue at the back.
You get underestimated a lot.
What do you mean exactly about that? What do you mean?
You're like me. It's like people treat you a certain way because they underestimate you. They think that you're not the type to do this or act like this or say this or
just
say
because
that.
I didn't say nothing all those
Exactly.
times doesn't mean I won't.
That's my point.
I'm not a slouch. You just said that earlier, right? I'm not. I can talk back. I choose not to.
Yeah, it's stupid.
You know what I'm saying? I choose not to. I don't want to disrespect you. But if you continue to disrespect me, then you want to be disrespected. At some point, I'm gonna
give
tell
you the
you.
same energy you give.
I'm gonna you get what you give.
Exactly.
You know, and so let me tell you. Right, so they're having a little barbecue.
Stop scratching your face.
It's summer. They want to play dominoes in the back. This is in Blaney, right? And I get the baby. I take the baby bath. I take a bath. I put my little dress on. I get Avian all dressed, right? And so I got him ready. I take his carry. I put him in his carry. I put it on top of the table so that I could maybe even grab a beer or something. I don't know. I feel like I went to the refrigerator, but she comes in at the same time and grabs a beer, right? So now, mind you, Avian's like, he was born in June, beginning of June. So he's about 2-3 months old. I think at this point he's about 3 months old, right? And she just pulls a beer out of the freezer. Okay? It wasn't frozen, but she pulls it out of the freezer. And I have Avian on the table. And she goes like this to his leg. Now, mind you, he's got shorts on. Okay? And he's like, he's 3 months.
Yeah, because it's frozen. It's cold.
And he... Right? And then I'm like, kindly said, God, what are you doing? Like, don't do that. Geez. You know, you're scaring the shit out of him. She looks at me, rolls her eyes, and does it again.
That's when I just get up and just pick up my kid and be like, all right, now when I'm here, you're not touching my fucking
I
kid.
was gone from that house in a week, okay? There was the time I was gone from at that point, and there was other things. I'm just giving you the overviews. But there was a warning to Bebe of a thing previous to that one. And I told him that I would never lie to you. And if you don't want to believe me that this is what your mother's doing, and you don't say something about it, I'm fucking packing my son and I'm gone. Okay? And so he did. It broke his heart. He went in there like a little kid. And I hear him saying something. And then he leaves. Okay? And that's when she did the bottle thing. Right? By the end of that week, I went to the homeless shelter, and I don't give a fuck. I packed my son, and I left. Fuck you. And you know why she hates me so much? Because I left. That's why she hates me. Okay? She wanted me to stay and take her abuse. Okay? She wanted me to stay and run ownership of the. She always wanted ownership. Like, even when I first got with Bebe and we were establishing ourselves and, you know, whatever, we decided to get a joint bank account together. But she was the only one with a car at the time. Right? And so she took us. And we're literally opening up the bank account and she was like, well, what about me? Why don't you put my name on it too? Why would we do that? He gave me a gift and what about me? I think it was my birthday or some, you know, whatever, Valentine's Day. What about me? While he was giving it to me, you know, I'm his girl. And it's like, what about me? Everything was always, what about me? I had her one time in front of the neighbor next door, the lady, in front of me and Tony. Okay? And mind you, I think all of us were pregnant at the time because I was pregnant with Chris, Tony was pregnant with Talia, Vicky was pregnant with Gabby, okay? And she's on the stoop, sitting next to her neighbor's stoop. I forgot her name now.
Is that normal?
I'm sure Tony remembers.
Oh, that is normal.
Right?
That should scare the hell out of me.
And so I'm on the stoop, smoking a cigarette behind her. They're sitting down. I think Tony's right next to me. And in Spanish, that Tony doesn't understand Spanish, but in Spanish, she tells her neighbor friend, I wish to have all my sons and grandsons and move to a house in Puerto Rico. Fuck the wives and fuck the wives. We're standing right there.
And this is
my mother-in-law. She wants this is what she said. Okay? I make banging home fries. You remember my home fries? Okay? She loved my home fries. She refused to admit that she loved my home fries. And she would not tell me that they were great. Okay? She used to tell everybody I couldn't cook. Can I cook? Am I a good cook? Pretty good. I'm pretty good. Okay? She used to tell everybody that my food is nasty. The reason why I know that is because Claudio's friend came from the service. I forgot his name. He used to live in Berlin, I think. Came from the service to visit. And Claudio, I made arroz con with probably corn for Bebe. She wouldn't eat my food on purpose. She wouldn't let Claudio eat my food on purpose. So we literally were cooking 2 separate dinners. Okay? And if I would cook, she would cook on top of it. Okay? So Claudio's friend comes over and he was hungry. And I'm like, well, I have rice there still. Nobody finished it off because they wouldn't eat my food. And she was telling them that my food was gross. And so Claudia was like, oh, you don't want to eat that? I heard it's nasty. I knew it was my mother-in-law, right? And so his friend was like, but I'm hungry. And I'm like, you sure? It's really good. It came out really good. And he's tearing that shit up. He's like, and Claudia's like, really? For real? Let me try. He's like, let me try. That's when they started realizing, I'm not a bad cook. I went through so much drama with that family. 29 years.
I don't think I've gotten anywhere near the level of drama you've gone through.
Oh,
I've had my fair share.
I'm telling you.
I'm good.
You don't even know the half. You don't even know the half. Okay? But then they're mad that I don't want to be over there, that I don't want to deal with the jokes, quote unquote jokes, right? I got a meeting in a half hour.
That's cool. I've been getting along with that crazy for school.
You know what I'm saying? Like, why you want to be around that?
Don't.
You know what I'm saying?
That's why I don't go over at all. Like, I don't hang out. I don't chill. If I do go, the max I'm doing is an hour. It would be a miracle if I stay longer.
Yeah.
And then that was pretty much the thing with yesterday.
And see, that's the way Bebe used to be. Like, Bebe didn't really... I don't know if you ever remember. You probably don't, because a lot of the times some of these are, these discussions were happening in private until it didn't anymore, right? Yeah. Until it blew up, right? But... I
remember I don't remember the conversations, but I remember some of your private arguments that we can hear through the walls.
Like which ones? I'm curious.
I don't know how it started, but I remember you were pretty much pissed off at Bebe, so you were like, yo, let's go over here, let's talk, type thing.
Right.
And I can see it in Bebe's face. He's like, all we fucking do is talk. That shit.
He doesn't like talking. He don't like talking out.
He's like, too fucking bad. Get your ass in there. Let's talk.
Yeah.
So you guys are talking, and I remember you were like, all right, let's try not to be so fucking loud because I don't want them to hear.
Right.
And as soon as I heard that, I'm like, damn, I'm about to hear everything. Off the rip.
Right, right.
You guys were having a conversation, but pretty much it just started getting louder and louder. And I started raising the volume on the TV because I had
This was where, in Cedarville or?
This was when Tony was your neighbor. That was the same
in
one.
Cedarville. Okay. Yeah, but Main Street. Yeah.
You guys were having a conversation. Oh, you guys went upstairs. You guys went upstairs to have the argument upstairs.
Okay.
And I remember I kept hearing you guys little by little, so I would raise the volume, and then Chris said something that made me realize, like, okay, maybe we should just go outside. And this was different from the last time we went outside.
Okay.
Where he was like, don't raise it too high, because then they're gonna come and yell at us next.
Right.
And then I was like, oh damn,
that's
you're
a
right.
good point.
And then I looked, and then like as I was lowering it down, I looked at him like, damn, like
you know what's sad is
you really understand what's going on.
Like, at least with me, it's always like I don't remember anything. And I don't know if it's because it was traumatic to him.
Yeah, he's definitely the type to, like, if it reaches a certain level, he just shuts it down. Because I'm like that now with certain shit.
I'm like, do you remember this? Do you remember that? I don't remember, Mom. Like, it's traumatic. and but he's super smart and he's super like once you know he does remember stuff like that. But yeah, I wonder what that argument was. I'm trying to remember it myself.
I remember. I remember. I definitely remember before we definitely did one of the grill outs, and then we were all eating, and then you were making the burgers. Oh, it was around the same time when we were having a conversation with Bebe, and he was talking about. We were also talking about the hot dogs, because Avon and Christian like theirs almost damn near raw, and then Bebe likes his crunchy on the outside and soft on the inside.
Yeah.
And I said those are my kind of dogs.
Right.
So I remember that, and then you know what? I remember this. Lou came. Lou came with his
My
girl.
brother-in-law. Remember?
Yeah.
Okay.
So Big Lou came, and he had his girl at the time. They Lou got drunk as fuck.
Jenna.
I remember, Jenna.
Okay.
So he was with Jenna. I remember we were all chilling there, we were talking, whatever. And then he ended up getting wasted, and you know Lou was Lou, and I can already see it in your eyes the death stare, like I'm about to fuck you up, Lou. Like shut the fuck up and leave.
Drive
like
me crazy.
yeah, and I can see it. I can see the whole demeanor.
Like
Actually, Chris pointed this out.
Like that's why when I tell you how all my patients used to go on dealing with this family. Like my patients used to be tested so bad. Well, go ahead.
But Chris actually pointed this out. And he kept looking at you, and I'm like, why? And I was like, you guys are just talking, but he just kept looking at you, and I keep looking. I'm like, yo, let me see what he's trying to see.
Right.
And I remember it's Bebe and Lou, and they're just talking, shooting the shit. But I could tell you're paying attention to the thing, and what he was paying attention to was your demeanor. So I'm like, Chris, what are you looking at? He goes, oh, nothing. It's about to happen. And I'm like, what? And then I'm looking at you, and then I could just, the moment I saw the shoulders go down and your chin went up, I was like, oh shit. Chris knew a lot of what the fuck was going on. He may not have fully understood what the conversation was about, but he's good at reading body language and understanding it. So that's how I would know. I would start catching on. Like I'm catching on, like, okay. So once you start doing the pace thing, let's go. Outside. Let's go. I was like, that's 3 more steps than she usually does.
They used
gotta
to
go
mess with me, Josh.
Yeah, I know. Trust me.
They used to test my patience on purpose. You understand? In every aspect you could imagine. You understand? And then I used to have to endure not to fight with Bebe. I used to have to endure not to fight with Bebe. And then I used to have to endure Bebe's shit, not to fight with Bebe. You know what I'm saying? I used to have to endure what his mother did.
I'm a fucking mom.
I'm like, do you know that Claudio called me a whore on my wedding video? Did you know that?
When we went to Puerto Rico? I mean, was it Puerto Rico?
No, the reception.
The reception?
The reception. Okay? He literally, that tape is mysteriously missing, but he literally called me. He literally, Louis was going around saying, hey, you want to do shout outs to Swanee and Bebe, right? And he gets to Claudio, and Claudio says, hey, Bebe, congratulations for marrying a fucking whore.
Yeah, I remember that.
You remember that, right?
I heard that, yeah.
Congratulations for marrying a fucking whore on my wedding video. Who fucking does that?
Miserable people.
Who does that? Even if you hate me, I wouldn't do that to a person that I even
wouldn't
hate.
Do it to my worst enemy.
And then here's Bebe. Oh, he didn't say that. And I'm like, let me rewind it for you. Let me rewind it for you again. Let me rewind it for you again. So finally, I'm like, Bebe, he called me a fucking whore on my wedding video. Oh, he was just playing. Playing?
How's that a joke?
Playing on my wedding video? Are you serious? So, I mean, I had to, like, then I went to Tony. I was like, Tony, listen to this shit. Can you believe this? And she's like, wow. You know? So I'm like, he made his brother apologize, even though he didn't want to admit it. And then he said,
I'm sorry you caught me.
Yeah, I'm sorry you, exactly.
Claudio down to the T.
Exactly. And, so he made him apologize, and he said, you know, I call everybody a whore. I said, well, you need to stop it. I said, it's disgusting.
That's full of shit, because when I lived at Marty's house, and there was a beef between him and Chuchi's friend Armando.
Yeah.
Mondo. Claudio literally was telling them like, yo, I'm gonna smack the shit out of you to his face. This is a kid, bro. This is a kid.
Yeah.
And Claudio smacks him in the face.
Does he?
Yeah, smacks him straight in the face. I'm talking about full palm.
Somebody else's kid?
Somebody else's kid.
Right.
Chuchi's friend.
Okay.
Chuchi's close friend, Armando.
Okay.
And I mean, I understood the situation. Obviously, he ended up hitting Bebe's car or whatever, and I guess all the money.
Mm-hmm.
And he said that he would give it to him, but he never did. Okay, I understand that. I understand the frustration.
Yeah.
But at the party, you fucking full palm this kid into his fucking face in front of everyone. That's wild.
Right.
So he was like, I told him I was gonna smack the shit out of him. So when another situation came with Claudio and me, and I was like, I ain't Mondo, nigga. I'll beat the fuck out of you. I'll beat that pacer out your fucking chest. I ain't Mondo.
Right.
So he didn't do that shit with me. So I was like, yo, Claudio, you don't do that shit with everybody, bro. Because he was talking about, I don't give a fuck if I say I'm gonna slap you, I'm gonna slap you. I say, yo, you said you were gonna slap me twice, you never did. What's up? Go ahead, I'll backhand you the fuck out of you. Don't ever fucking talk to me like that.
Right.
And, he never did. So I was like, yo, he's more of the reason why I stopped going to Marty's. I wanted to beat his ass every day. He was just a rude piece of shit.
He's a rude piece of shit.
I was like, bro, did you just wake up and fucking hate life one morning?
Well, that's what Bebe turned into. Like, he was never like Claudio. Okay? And now, like, these last, 8 years, he's his mother, Claudio, his father, Lou, all fucking balled up in one. I mean, did you hear, remember the last time I was here? We were packing to go, I think my mother-in-law came over to cook. Remember she came over to cook?
I think so, yeah.
And then he started bitching. He started screaming about a tool that he didn't even bother looking for yet, okay? And was like, oh, what the fuck is this? I don't, just wailing, embarrassing in front of people, okay? I think you were in the room at this point. To start screaming, and I'm sitting there just miserable from the time he woke up. Miserable the whole time. I mean, and then yelling for no reason. Bullshit. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Then we eat. Then it's time to go. Then he's rushing me to go. I'm leaving you. This is the whole I'm leaving you. Hurry up. We're not taking everything. We're not taking all of this. We're not this, that, and the other. Hurry up. So I'm scrambling for no fucking reason. Right? Because he's just being a jerk since he walked in. Right? And then, because of that, and we're doing the trains, which is what we always do when we're taking stuff to Pennsylvania, right? We're or when we're bringing stuff into the house, we park in the back and we do a train bringing in, or we do a train coming out, right? Depending on what we're doing, right? And so I'm here. His station is the basement. He's loading into the car, Bebe, right? I'm up here getting the stuff ready, which I pre-packed. I'm sure you remember. I didn't sleep that last time I was here. I didn't sleep.
Yeah, you're pretty much up for a few days.
Okay, I bust my ass trying to get this house together for not for me, for my son. I felt bad. The reason why I came back is I felt bad. My son, this house was a wreck, and I wanted to help him. I clean it as much as I could, really quick, right? And that way we could drive the car back as well. So that's why Bill would come and follow me, so he can do a couple of things. But he was just a complete jerk, miserable. So anyway, I'm sending Avian down with boxes. Take this one, right? And I think at some point I throw a blanket down, which is normal for us to do. We were chucking stuff down, either going to the car, or that thing was a blanket to go in the hamper, right? Haley goes downstairs, steps. It's at the bottom of the stairs, the last 2 or 3, right? Mm-hmm. Haley goes downstairs in front of Avian. Avian's holding a box. She steps over the blanket, doesn't think to realize, that blanket might be dangerous for Avian, who's right above me, behind me, holding the box. I'm rushing because this guy has me like this.
Did someone fall?
And you remember, Avian fell.
Avian fell.
Okay. So you remember what he was screaming? Bella, after he fell?
No.
You don't remember what he was wailing?
I remember him. I remember him wailing. I just don't remember what he was specifically saying.
That's attempted murder. That's attempted murder. He's wailing. That's attempted murder. Outside, inside, and he just kept going and kept going. And I'm like, Bella, stop it. It's not that serious, Like, Haley didn't pick it up. You should have picked it up because that was his job. He's getting the stuff from the bottom, right? He didn't pick it up. Haley steps over it with her man right behind. Doesn't pick it up and think that maybe that might be dangerous for him, okay? And yet you got me rushing, you know? So I didn't think about it because you have me in a panic. And you want to call me an attempted murderess? And he's wailing it. Psycho. So eventually, I couldn't take it anymore, and I'm like, you want to call that attempted murder? Let's talk about attempted murder. And I started listing shit. Let's talk about it.
Thing one thing led to another, and then it was a full argument again.
Oh, we fought in the car ride all the way down. So
yeah, I get that feeling. That's why
he's I don't know, he's I don't know who, he's not the same person a lot of the times anymore. He acts like it in front of people sometimes, but around them he's not. Around what in private, it's become a whole different situation. So.
That's tough. I'll tell you one thing though. Since I moved here,
You're peaceful? Yeah.
I've had so much peace here, cause usually I'm home in my room. I'm doing whatever it is I want to fucking do, whether it's sleep, whether it's game, whether it's school. Mostly school, cause I got no life. But I get my peace.
Yeah.
If I'm having a bad day, like fuck this, I'm going home.
Yeah.
Go home thing, and then on my days off, they're pretty much working. So I'm peace to myself.
Right.
I moment of silence.
Right.
Moment of silence. Like
Right.
I'll open the door. I have Loki with me.
Yeah.
And Loki's just chilling in the room. Sometimes we'll play. We'll go outside. We'll hang out. We'll eat together. I feed him, even though he's a greedy bastard. And that's it. I enjoy it. And then I go to my family's house, and then an hour there, I'm dreadfully bored, or I'm fucking exhausted of all the bullshit.
Yeah.
And it's like, all right, cool. I'm going home. Even yesterday, I got into a fucking situation with my girl because I was supposed to be there at 6:30.
Oh, you got a girl now? You got a girl now?
Yeah.
Why you say it like that?